I'm chasing after you, no matter what I have to do, 'cause I need you more and more. I'm chasing after you, no matter what I have to do, 'cause I need you more and more. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Warrior Eagle. And I just had to get that out because I was listening to it earlier. I actually used to, when at my former church, my birth church, we used to sing that. And I happened to be listening to a clip on Facebook, and this lady was singing that a cappella. The only thing she had was drums. Only thing she had was drums, so they caught her at the tail end of that. And I was like, man, I used to sing that. Not, I didn't lead it, but I used to sing on the praise team at my birth church. And so I couldn't, it just stuck in my spirit. So I had to get that out. That's for Sean Mitchell, Chasing After You. Absolutely love that song. And that's pretty much the point I'm at in my life, in my spiritual journey. I'm chasing after the Lord. With that being said, I'm just stopping by to update y'all on what happened with the baby shower. Because I was supposed to go live, and I didn't do that. I didn't do that. And it just, the way things happened, it just didn't happen. Yes, Mia's here. She's practicing Rocky Balboa moves on my bladder and my ovary. So she's awake. She's definitely awake. Normally she's supposed to be asleep when I'm awake, but it's not working like that. She's awake when I'm awake. So I'm just like, okay, well, hopefully she stays like that. She's up when I'm up, when she gets here, and she goes to sleep when I go to sleep. We'll see how that works. But for right now, that's what she's doing. She's practicing Rocky Balboa moves on my bladder and my ovary. That girl and her personality. She already has one. Anyway, with regard to the baby shower, my my sister came up here. Well, my sister and her family came up here. They made it here 3:30 a.m. Saturday, and because they had to go, they had to hurry up and go back Sunday night because the kids have school and her husband has to work. Well, the two oldest kids have school. Her two youngest kids don't go to school yet. They're not quite old enough yet. Well, actually, her third child, Zoe, is going to be 6, and I think she's being homeschooled. But anyway, yeah, they made it here on Saturday at 3:30 a.m. And they ended up having a flat. Actually, it was more than just a flat. Their tire was just like completely ruined, so they had to put the spare on. So, and then we got to the church where we were having the baby shower, and my sister's phone died. She was the one that was supposed to be taking care of the live video and stuff like that, and it just didn't work. And then I was gonna go live on Facebook, but I was in Facebook prison. I just got out at like 11:15 yesterday. I was in Facebook prison. So I didn't go live on Facebook. I couldn't go live on Facebook either. So, I mean, it was just like, and then I didn't think to take pictures and stuff like that. So I'm just like, I'm new at this, y'all. Okay, I'm new at this. Both with being pregnant and being on camera and stuff like that. I'm new. I'm wet behind the ears of all that. So I didn't think to take pictures which I wouldn't have been able to post on Facebook, or I mean on YouTube anyway. Uh, so it was just like, but I had a blast, especially with it being my first baby shower, as I've never had one before. And I apologize, y'all, for the glare from my computer. I'm working from home today, so I'm just taking this little break to, send you guys a video just to give you an update. Anyway, yeah, I had a blast. My aunt, my husband's aunt, but she's my aunt. She's my aunt too. Cooked. And we had given her a menu, of what we wanted, and she cooked. And she cooked. She made 2 cakes and a personal request for cheesecake for me, homemade cheesecake, because I can't do the no bake. I know a lot of people do. There's certain restaurants that do. I can't do the no bake. I gotta have my cheesecake thick, like me. Anyway, she made she made a caramel cake. She made some other cake, and then she made the cheesecake. I ain't get nan piece of all 3 desserts. Nan. See, this is where I made my mistake. What I should have done, because my husband fixed my plate for me. Oh, he's so sweet. He fixed my plate for me. And what I should have had him do was fix a dessert plate for me, because the cheesecake was actually supposed to be for me personally since I requested it. But I'm the type person, I don't eat my dessert right away. I eat my food first and get enough of that, and then I move on to the dessert. And most people get their dessert right as they're getting their food, their actual food, and I didn't do that. So by the time I was done eating my food, all of the desserts were gone. Every single one of them. And I was like, the only thing, I forgot, there was the baby shower cake that was there. So there's 4 desserts. The baby shower cake was the only thing that was left. So that's what my husband and I got in the refrigerator right now. That's the only thing that was left, was the baby shower cake. I was like, I said, next time I'm going to get if I'm going to have dessert, I'm going to get it and have it on the side while I'm eating my meal, because a lot, I didn't realize everybody had sweet tooths like that. But then again, we are talking about homemade cakes. I mean, these weren't box cakes. This wasn't boxed or canned frosting or whatever you want to call it. It wasn't packaged frosting. It was everything was homemade. Everything. We had baked chicken, we had cornbread, we had greens with turkey in them. We had broccoli with cheese, and it was a simple menu because we weren't really expecting a whole lot of people. A lot of my family lives in Minnesota, with the exception of my parents and most of my aunts and uncles. My parents live in South Carolina, and my aunts and uncles live in Georgia. Most of them. So, I wasn't expecting a whole lot of people. But, oh my God, we tore that food up. Now, I got some leftover cornbread because I'm going to make some dressing. I've been wanting dressing for the longest time, and there really aren't any restaurants here in Arkansas, that do dressing anymore. So, I'm like, I'm going to turn that because I ain't going to eat all that cornbread like that. But if I turn it into some dressing and make me some homemade gravy and put some cranberry sauce on it, I'm going to tear that up. So I'm going to be making that this weekend. So anyway, after the baby shower, during the baby shower, since it was at a church, people started giving testimonies and stuff like that. Just random testimonies. And it was really nice. I mean, I didn't realize, how many lives I've touched. I mean, because people were talking about how I was this and that, and I'm just like, oh, I didn't realize I made that much of an impact. I mean, because I don't think about it. I am who I am. So it was just kind of nice to know that, I'm making some kind of difference, even if it's not a big significant difference, or, the whole world doesn't know about it, or, whatever. I choose to live in obscurity anyway. I mean, I ain't want to just like be out in the spotlight and stuff like that. I could have been, but I just didn't choose that route. Um, anyway, yeah, it was just nice to know that I had that much of an impact. I mean, because I was raising kids before I actually had kids. Because of, my brother and sister, I was raising them while my parents were working and going to school. I learned how to cook at a very young age. I was 8 years old. So I learned how to cook at a very young age. And so, I would take care of them, make sure they did their homework, get them ready for bed, make sure they did all their chores and stuff like that. And I had no idea that that's pretty much what raising children was. That's part of it. I know there's more to it than that, but that's part of it. And then, just being around other people. I mean, I'm just myself. So, I mean, it was nice. Like I said, I don't seek accolades. I don't seek recognition or anything like that. But it's just nice to know, get a reminder every now and then that, you're making a difference in somebody's life. So that was great. Sunday morning, we got up and went to church, and I got there and my brother-in-law was up giving an exhortation, and I was like, what? And he did a very good job. He was talking about and of course, my special self. I came in at the tail end of it, so that's why I didn't record it. Because I came in at the tail end, and wouldn't have made sense to anybody for me to just start recording like that. So, and he was talking about encouraging men, to be the leaders that God created them to be. He was talking about his journey about becoming the man that God created him to be. And he gave scripture he had like 15 different affirmations, positive affirmations, and he had scripture to back up each and every one of them. And it was awesome, and, some of the church members were writing it down, so that they could pass it on to the other young men that they knew. So it was awesome to see my brother-in-law get that opportunity to stand up and give an exhortation, about that. And then my husband got up and he did his sermon, which was about the love of money. And it was short, but it was to the point, because that's how he is. He's just straight to the point. And then afterwards, after church, we went bowling. Oh my God, I haven't been bowling in months. Of course, I couldn't bowl. I can't lift up nothing heavy. And because I'm accident prone, I can't afford to fall right now. So I didn't play. I was the only one who didn't play. Everybody else played, except for my 1.5-year-old niece. Now that girl is funny as all get out, okay? Because the whole time her mom, her dad, her brother, and her 3 sisters were all playing, they were all bowling, she's sitting with me doing this. And I was like, girl, what is that? What does that mean? I was just like, what is going on? She sat there for just about the entire game. And she kept calling for her mom. She kept calling for her dad, and she kept calling for her brother. And they're trying to play, they're trying to bowl. They ain't really paying her no attention. But that whole time, she just sat there doing this. I was like, I couldn't do nothing but laugh. I couldn't do nothing but laugh. She was tired because she finally fell asleep on me. Sorry, y'all. She finally fell asleep. So I just kind of curled her, put her up here and helped her go to sleep. Because she was fussing the whole time. She did not like the fact that she wasn't getting no attention. She did not like the fact that she wasn't getting any attention. But that was so fun and so needed. It was actually therapeutic for me to, at least be a part of that, even though I couldn't bowl. Just being around my family and, their spirits are positive and they're uplifting and they're all excited. I was dog tired, okay? I was dog tired. But, and that comes with hosting. And then I'm pregnant too. So but I had so much fun, just being around them and watching them bowl. And, my little 5.5-year-old niece is, they got the bumpers up and she's, she's like super thin. She was as thin as me and my brother and sister was when we were little. We were bony. Okay. We were bony when we were little. Ain't so much like that now, but we were bony. And so Zoe's the same way right now. She is bony. And so she would pick up a bowling ball and just roll it. And she did pretty good for her score. And she got a strike or a spare, and everything. My stepdaughter, she got a spare. And she was having fun and everything. Now my stepdaughter, my youngest stepdaughter, she just turned 8 last month. And she's very, very introverted and shy. Very introverted and shy. Because Saturday, we had her with us when we went to the baby shower. And she was quiet. And I introduced her to everybody to her. But, she's not the type to just get up and start talking to people. But Zoe is. Because as soon as my stepdaughter came and sat next to me, that's when Zoe got up and she just started running her mouth. Zoe gets an honors. Her mama used to be called Talk-A-Lot Jackson. Me and my brother used to call her that nickname all the time because she talked a lot. So, and they became the best of friends. My stepdaughter, JoJo, and Zoe, they became the best of friends. They did not want to separate. As soon as that bowling ball game was over with, both of them were crying. Because they did not want to leave. They didn't want to leave. They were both crying. And, my daughter's very sensitive to begin with. She was, like I said, her birthday was last month. Actually, it was July 3rd. And so she's very sensitive. And so it was just like, I was just like, oh my God. Both of them had wet faces. Zoe was hollering. She was hollering. My daughter, she doesn't holler. She just sniffles and, stuff like that. But man, both of them were crying. They did not want to leave. But they made it back to Texas safely. And, I had a blast. I didn't get a whole lot of gifts, but then again, that's not what I'm looking for, is a whole lot of gifts. But I'm just going to show y'all the little bit that I did get, and then I'm going to go. So, this is one of the gifts that I got. I'm like, these are so cute. These little pajamas. Now, these are probably going to be too big for Mia right at the moment, but she'll grow into it. Because Mia's little. She little like her younger cousins. Isn't that cute? She's little like her younger cousins, and her sisters were born little too. So, and I'm just like, that's all there is. She's little. So there's that. A set of pajamas. And then I got this. It's a baby blanket. And ooh, it's so soft. It's real soft. I'm like, shoot. I might be using that before Mia get here. I'm joking. I ain't gonna take the baby stuff. But yeah, it's like real soft and plush and stuff, like an actual throw. And I'm just like, man, this thing is, I like this. Feel good. So I know she's gonna like it. And then I got some bibs. And my sister said I could have these monograms. So, I could put whatever I want on here if I wanted to put something on here. But yeah, I mean, like I said, for me, it's the thought that counts, because I didn't even think that I would ever get this far. I mean, I'm just being truthful. I didn't think I would ever get this far. I mean, that's my reality. After being in a marriage for 16 years without having any children, that kind of messes with your mentality for those who wanted children. It messes with your mentality. So, I'm just grateful for the gifts that I do get. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hung up like, oh, I didn't get a gold rocking chair, or I didn't get a golden rocking horse for my daughter, or they didn't give me any golden pacifiers, or I ain't into the material stuff like that. It's the fact that the people came. They showed up for her and, gave me the experience that I've never had before, which was having a baby shower. So, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show y'all that. I'm about to heat me up a piece of cake because I need the sugar. But for now, I don't plan on being a diabetic for long. I've been one long enough. I'm ready to kick that to the curb. But I will do that after Mia gets here. Because then I'm going to get pregnant again. It's just, I'd rather be more healthier than where I'm at now. Way more. So anyway, I am going to jump off of here. I got to get back to work. Even though I'm so casually dressed. Look, I'm working from home and I'm pregnant and it's hot down here. I ain't trying to put on more than I need to. Now, if I have to leave, I'll be appropriately dressed. But right now, I ain't going nowhere. Okay. So I'm going to hop off of here. Thanks for listening. And, I apologize because, like I said, my plan was to go live and it just didn't work out that way. So, but I appreciate y'all listening and taking the time out to hang with me for a bit before I go back to work. Y'all have a blessed day. Make it a great day. You have that power to do that. You have that power to make your day a great day. So you know what? Make it a great day. All right. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.